It's a warm, rainy afternoon on August 14th, 2021, and we are set up along the north end of the famous Tower 55 interlock. The weekend of August 14th and 15th brought a very special treat to North Texas rail fans, as Union Pacific Big Boy number 4014 was making a special excursion run from Cheyenne, Wyoming to southeastern Louisiana before returning back home to Wyoming. On the afternoon before the Camera King's departure, we find this northbound ballast train rolling in onto the Choctaw sub as it passes the legendary piece of history. Later on in the day, we found ourselves set up at Sunnyside on the BNSF Wichita Falls subdivision. With the shadows getting long in the late afternoon, this eastbound ZLACALT intermodal hotshot rounds the bend at control point 134 before turning north towards Alliance at CP11 just over 2 miles further down. A little while later, we find ourselves at Saginaw to catch this northbound HTPLALT manifest, undoubtedly destined to terminate at Alliance. Just a short while later, we find this southbound VALTEAP autorack train loaded down with automobiles destined for the Ferromex interchange at Eagle Pass, Texas. 30 minutes later, Amtrak's northbound Heartland Flyer train number 822 makes its way through the old Tower 29 interlock en route to Oklahoma City.
Twice in a row, he's not home. And watch this, he's gonna have a Canadian K5H.
The next morning, we find ourselves set up along the southern end of Tower 55 at the Pennsylvania Avenue overpass. Here, we find northbound empty grain drag XEAPMNS destined for Marion, South Dakota, with one of Canadian National's BCOL-9 locomotives trailing third at the head end. After briefly holding under the Pennsylvania Avenue overpass for a clear signal through the interlock, the crew for this XEAPMNS grain drag was given permission to proceed further up the line towards Saginaw and Hazlet, eventually terminating in South Dakota.
Watch all them get blocked by BNSF. Yeah, I think I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. That's southbound. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I would go over there. I was going over at Nate, so. We're trying to get down. There's just too much foliage down there. That's all an ass coming out.
With the grain dragged thoroughly out of the confines of the interlock, it was then finally time for the moment that everyone in Fort Worth for the weekend had been waiting for, as Union Pacific's Camera King number 4014 crosses the diamond to Tower 55 before taking the Midlothian sub down towards Midlothian, Corsicana, and Hearn. Not wanting to pass up an opportunity, this would become the first of our 4 locations on a short 30-mile chase down towards Midlothian, as we would also catch the train at Forest Hill and Mansfield before ending our chase on the east side of Midlothian. At Forest Hill on the Midlothian subdivision, we got a nice perfect view of Union Pacific's legendary Camera King charging head-on towards our cameras for just over a mile. On the far east side of Mansfield, we find this long rolling straightaway as Union Pacific's legendary piece of history can be seen charging towards our cameras almost head-on for just over 2 miles. With the train's high rate of speed through Mansfield, we unfortunately missed the train's arrival into Midlothian. However, thanks to a scheduled 15-minute stop for whistles and photos, we were able to catch the train departing on the far east side of town. With the remainder of the day being occupied by more important life obligations, this would end up being the last of our 4 locations on a short 30-mile chase. However, the chase will always go down on this channel as one for the ages. Thank you all for watching this proud presentation of the North Texas Rail Productions. Don't forget to leave a like and comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video, as we bring you new videos regularly with scenes of the railroad industry across Dallas-Fort Worth. Copyrighted by Ryan Farkos of the North Texas Rail Productions 2021, all rights reserved.